What is going on, guys? Welcome to a new episode of Crossout. We are looking at Clan Wars today. We got a lot of matches versus Czech battle team coming up. These guys are really good. We faced if I remember correctly, a full aspect spider team. I think it's a full aspect spider team. I'm almost certain. I could have probably just looked at the video there. But yeah, I'm on the Cricket Hopper. We got Turrico on Porcupines. Then we got Spanamix and Untaken on Aspects. Now, by the time this video comes out, you might have realized that I'm not a part of SIXX anymore, and that is simply because SIXX decided to do different stuff. Like Pretty Reckless, the leader of SIXX, she chose to split up SIXX basically because she didn't want the competitive nature of it anymore. So it became a more social clan, and therefore I jumped back to Detonation because all of the homies that I played this game with is in there, and I just wanted to hang out with them. But nevertheless, back to the gameplay. I started the match up there to the right, just throwing out some damage until I see them pushing, so I decided to just move around. That's probably the most important thing you should do when you're playing cricket. You gotta keep an eye on the map, and you gotta just check where your enemy is. I saw them pushing over the bridge, so I decided to fall back and go this way around, since we had a pretty good cover on mid, so I could just stroll through mid without taking too much damage, which succeeded pretty good. But we already took down 2 people here, so the first one here was actually a quite convincing match. This one felt very good. Our map awareness was just good, our focus was good, our damage was good, everything just worked out so good. So yeah, we ended up taking them down quite easily here in the first one. I just tried to push around to bridge to get some nice cover. I probably could have taken them down, but just staying in tunnel. But it's better safe than sorry, so I just went up there to sort of stay out of range from them, and yeah, try to flank around them and get some damage in without them hurting me. As you can see, as soon as he turns for me, the other guys go in again, and yeah, he's pretty down. So moving on to the next round, and this round was actually so good. I started out by landing so many hits on Lemmy. As you can see here, I think it's the first hit already, where I land 1500 damage or something. Nah, we go up here. But I land a lot of damage on him before the match even starts, and that just leaves him in such a bad position. Still no hits. They should be coming up. Yep, there they are. So the fact that we just started the match by landing 1300 damage to his structure, or to his build, and 300 damage to his cabin, that's huge. And I try to exploit that, so I just keep on staying on him, because I know 1300 damage on structural parts, that has left him with a build that is stripped already. Not guns, but just all of his stuff is stripped. So as soon as I see him approach, there we go, I waited for him. I just landed more damage on him, and there we go. As I just said, 2k damage on him, so that's big. That's so big. And he's basically just my focus for the rest of this match. I just throw out some stuff just to get damage in, and a lot of good hits again there. And as you can see, I just keep on rotating. We all rotated to bridge this time because they tried to go through our tunnel. And again, just keep your distance whenever you play cricket. You get bonus damage from it, and it makes it so hard for them, especially versus expert spiders. As long as you just stay on the move and outrange them, they can't touch you as a cricket hopper, and that's what I love about the cricket hopper. Proper movement just gets you such a long way in the cricket hopper, and it's so satisfying to see those big numbers. You can hit some mad damage with a triple cricket hopper. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, and again, this run was so good. As you can see, Lemmy there, quite damaged. So I turned out to bury because I cannot hit Lemmy anyway. So it was it's just the most obvious thing to do, to go for him instead. And he's just sitting duck there basically on cap, which is why I can land so much damage on him. I don't really know why they went for cap, because as we had Turrico as well and me, we can just bombard the cap, and that is what is ruining them so hard at the moment. As you can see there, I think actually the next wave that I land on Lemmy takes him almost down. Leaves him pretty much just one shot from death. So yeah, we're dealing a lot of damage. And also, watch all that fire on the cap. Like they just shouldn't try to go for the cap, considering the state that they're in. And there we go. That is limit down. He couldn't eat any more salvos of rockets because he took a lot. And the guys go in and finish it, and that's a wrap. So a pretty solid, convincing first win. The second game we got going here is versus Czech Battle Team once again, and they put up a fight this time. They really did. I messed up a bit in one of the games, which was my fault. So yeah, I'll just let you guys see how this went. Like the first game here, we decided to just push up through trains. We wanted to get to know that location, and again, I'm just trying to keep my distance. Like I don't want to get too close, but I need to get close enough to actually land some damage. But as long as I can just keep myself at max range and get some rockets in, I'm doing my job. For me, it's mostly just about being out there, like going close enough to land my rockets and then strafing out again. I could have probably pushed up a bit more here than I did, without getting hurt, because at this range the aspect doesn't really deal all that much damage, and due to the spread and stuff, I should be able to tank some of it. But I decided to fall back here because I feel like they are pushing in on me hard, which you can see, and that just leaves a gap for my allies. Yeah. And here I should have gone back into trains. I don't know why I didn't. Decided to go through the middle. That was a stupid move. If I just got out there and pressurized them again, I would have made life so much easier for me.
Got one on me here behind us. He's alone.
So not a very clever move there by me. Luckily the dudes turn around quickly because I call out that I'm being attacked. Yep. So Spedamix reacts and he has my back.
Shield as well.
So we can land quite a lot of damage on him, even though my crickets were just terrible there. They keep on rotating at this point, and I get myself locked in here, which is just
I'm fucked here.
Super stupid. Like I shouldn't have stayed there. I overstayed so much. Luckily, I draw them around, meaning that
I'm stripped, but I'm
the guys can easily capture a point. I just tried to get out of there and keep all of my movement pods. And I do something really cheeky now that I probably shouldn't have. I just wanted them to pass me, and as soon as they passed me, I tried to escape, which for some reason actually worked. Quite mad that it actually worked. What I wanted to do was just to stay alive for as long as possible, because I knew that if I could stay alive, we could at least secure that point that we already had, because those guys are gonna have to go back to the capture point by now, because we have 2 points. So I just tried to stay alive, because in case that the rest of the team dies, there's still me, and they are all the way at their spawn right now, so they have to kill our guys and get back to our capture point before they can start capturing. They're never gonna make it by the time that they realize that we have 2 points and there's only 1 minute and 47 seconds left now. So this was basically a win for me. Like, they would have to hunt me down through the map, and nice. I'm a hover, so I'm faster than a spider, that for sure. They are 4 people, but I still have my cloak, so odds are looking pretty good for me if they do decide to chase me down. So I can say right now that we end up winning this first round, just because they are simply not gonna make it, and they actually also end up just demoing. Untaken almost killed all of them solo. I literally don't know what happened. Spedamix is stripped by this point, so he's just like a corpse down there, as you can see. He's right there, and he escaped as well, which is super nice. And then for some reason Untaken managed to like kill one of them, and then they demo.
Yep. The thing I did wrong is I should have followed you into the hangar, but instead I just chose the wrong path. So it's just a bad play by me.
I just talked to the guys here because explaining them what I did wrong. Wow. And there we go. They for some reason ended up actually all dying down there. I don't know what happened. But here we are at second game. Just pushing up through middle because we see them all at middle, so I just wanted to get in there and lay down some quick damage. got a few decent hits in, but I should have been quicker on it while they were stacked on top of that pipe thing there that is located here in, I think is it Control 17? I don't even remember the name. No, it's not. I don't remember. Power plant. That's the name. I don't know. Chat, if you know the name, drop it down below. But yeah, the second game here, yep. I really struggled with my position. I tried to get behind them here, but I just ended up taking way too long. Like, look, then I wanted to go out through there because I thought they were pushing up. They don't. So for some reason I make the most stupid decision of still going around. And to my luck, boom, there's a cap can.
Wow, they actually have cap cans here.
That cap can just totally messed me up because I'm stuck here for the next, is it 5-6 seconds I think, before the cap can breaks, before I can get in there. And by the time I even arrive at the scene, they have like shredded my allies and captured 1 point. So this is not looking good for us at the moment. I do get in there and get some damage done. Should have, I don't know why I got so close here. Just wanted to make sure that we landed my shots, reduce the spread and stuff like that. But yeah, I end up getting too close, as you can see now, because they turn their focus to me, since I'm the only one with guns left. And that's just the thing. That's the thing you don't do when you play crickets. You never get this close, no matter what you do. So there we go. That's my guns gone.
Yeah.
And just a terrible round, to say the least. That was just a terrible play by me, and I deserve to sit here without my guns. I really, really do. So, as you can see, I'm the only one left. I don't have guns. I'm demoing. We actually end up losing this round. So it all comes down to the third round. And that one is interesting as well. Because, like, that wasn't really one of my best rounds either.
Yeah.
We decided to just like do what we usually do here, just slowly push up. This time though, they decided to camp mid, so I actually tried to push them via trains, and as you can see, they sort of tried to force me out of there. So I just stay back while the team pushes up and goes for the flank. And like they pushed me hard here on trains. Whenever I stuck my nose out, they just looked for me. Makes perfectly fine sense because aspects are so good at stripping off weapons, and since crickets are front mounted like they are, they cannot like avoid being a bit vulnerable, especially to an aspect. The thing I could have done better here, if we should talk about that, and if you guys want to learn something about that, is that I probably should have pushed up more than I did. I could have gone further up, because taking a few hits, as I said, isn't a shame. So trading the way I did here, I know that I just stalled one of their dudes. So you could say that it's just a 3v3 for the rest of the guys, but that doesn't change the fact that
he's taking a few hits. His barrier is down as well.
I could have dealt so much more damage to them than I did if I had just been a tiny bit more aggressive, like use the cloak to my advantage. Because if I can get close to them with my cloak, I just need to escape properly, and I don't need my cloak for that. I just need to move back without hitting stuff and moving back quickly, because again, he's a spider, so I move so much quicker than they do. And for that reason only, I could have moved up way better than I did.
I got two just pre-firing at me, hoping to get me, so I'm hiding at the moment.
But yeah, as you can see, they're just laying the suppressant fire and hoping to pre-fire around the corners, and if I peek, they get some damage. So yeah,
Tony guns took a few
I
hits.
just tried to sit here and keep on trading with them, and finally managed to actually land some semi-decent hits, which is nice.
Good. I'm just landing a few hits, but nothing like serious.
Here I finally decided to push up on this side. I whiffed half of my shots because I shoot them into the train car, which is so stupid.
Still two trying to get me,
but nevertheless, I drew their focus. So as you can see now, 3 people are going for me, meaning that I just have to get out of there, and that helps the rest of my team to flank them once again. So whenever I distract them, that's a pretty good point, like time for my clan members to, not members, clan mates, it's not my clan, to push up. And as you can see, they do there, and they launch an assault, and luckily, like with the composition that we have, like Turrico and porcupines and stuff like that, we can deal so freaking much damage to them, especially considering that they are all spiders. So it's probably a pretty stupid idea for them to all turn towards me, considering that I sit so far out as I do. But that's just to our advantage. Now, if you're sitting and watching this and thinking, but like, this is a pretty good composition, but we cannot afford porcupines. If you want to try out this composition, go for fortune spider, something like that. Like a triple fortune can lay out the same suppressing map control thing that a porcupine can. Like, the porcupine is stronger, don't get me wrong. Porcupines are mad strong, and the advantage is that Turrico can also bring 2 cap cans because of his setup. So he's running 3 porcupines and 2 cap cans. But a triple fortune spider can easily do bits in here as well. So definitely try that out if you want to. But as you can see, we actually start up by losing Turrico because he takes a lot of damage. Makes sense since he's a porcupine spider and he's just in there. But he's dealt so much damage to them that, like, it's just a feast for us after that.
Nice.
And we end up taking them down.